Welcome to a new podcast. So today we're gonna be introducing a new podcast called Inner Lens Podcast. My name is Samgelo Mkize, and I'm here with Andile Ngwenya. Demand.
Okay, so hello guys. Ngigama Andile nami Ngwenya. Also Samgelo Ngwenya, but I prefer Samgelo yabo. So
So I bought Samgelo.
yeah.
Samgelo is okay. So today we're gonna be talking about. We're gonna be introducing the podcast. It's called Inner Lens Podcast. It's a mental-based podcast, youth mental-based podcast. It's gonna be focusing on the conversation that we always shy to have, like the deep conversation. We're gonna be taking like close insight to deep conversation, mental health stuff, and everything that is related to that topic. So in this podcast, we're having 3 hosts. I'm gonna be the host, and Andile is our co-host, and Anati is also our co-host.
Who's absent
Unfortunately, she's not available today.
on most occasions. But
hopefully next time you guys gonna meet her. She's also adorable. You're gonna see her.
Yeah.
So I recruited Andile to start this podcast because I have an idea. I think it was a necessary idea. It was a very important idea to have. Things to think about, like to take time and reflect on your life and all those things.
Yeah.
And he showed a great interest in it. So I'm gonna be talking about him today. Why did he even show that interest? Why did you even agree to work on something so difficult? Because people always have issues when we talk about mental issues. Anything that is related to mental
wellness and whatnot.
It's always a conversation not to have with the people.
Yeah.
But
Plus
you agreed on a podcast that's only about the topic.
plus ingqwele mfethu azizenzi lezi zinto mfethu.
You see, exactly. I think that's one of the things we're going to try to emphasize and try to destigmatize. This thing of his ngwele, as in ngwele, we're not having this, we're not having that. Depression is for everyone. And it should be addressed for everyone because it's a real thing. It's a thing that we live with. So, okay, sorry for puzzling.
Lutho for lalele kuphela. So ezingqwele mfethu usually sithi vele ngeke mfethu yabo ngelikhalela ngaphakathi. We don't talk about mental wellness. We don't really care, but we just say mental health and mental health issues are like into zabelungu. Yabo sivele sithi into zabelungu, izifo zabelungu lezi, or depression or anxiety konke leyo yabo. But I feel like we really need that conversation. That's why I just decided to, as in, when Sam and Katsang approached with the idea, I decided to, let's just run with it. Because I was also thinking of doing my own thing about with mental health, and since I do psychology, so
yeah, guys. By the way, we're not professionals.
We
don't have any profession. In terms of mental anything. We're not psychologists. We're not professionals in anything. We're just students. I'm a student. University. I'm studying at University of Zululand. I'm doing BSc in Maths and Physics. And he's also a student. University of Zululand is doing
BA in psychology.
So everything that we'll be talking about, it's just the ideas and our reflection when you look at the society. So it's nothing that deep. We're gonna try to make it deep.
Plus just like if you check out our Facebook page as well at the Inner Lens Podcast, we also have like that bio. We just tell you the same thing. But when we check out today, we just look at the precious hidden details of your everyday boring life. We just look at the psychological importance of every day. We just give it meaning a little bit. Not at a professional stance, but more like a casual stance. Also, if this is going on, you can do this. You can try something like this and just take a notice of everyday life and how it impacts on you mentally as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's our main focus. To focus on things that are impacting our mental well-being. Because I think everything, even when you start your day, you wake up, you look yourself in the mirror, you brush your teeth, I think that's the beginning of everything.
Mm.
Even your mental health, you have to wake up in certain mood for your day to be okay, and you have to talk to certain people for your day to be okay, and you have to talk to certain people for your day to be spoiled, ruined, just before it even starts. So we're gonna be just looking at things like that, not deep things, but just the everyday things that we are doing that are impacting our mental well-being.
Mm.
So it's gonna be a journey that we would like to you guys to engage with us and just have this conversation about things, because I feel like they're very important to everyone. Like everyone needs to understand their well-being, their mental well-being, their psychology, how they think, how they do things, their decision makings, where is it coming from, all those things. Just be aware of yourself and be aware of your decision making.
Yeah, and another thing, mental health begins at the very morning when you wake up, when you're brushing your teeth and whatnot. Usually, we don't just go up and just say, let me just go and brush my teeth. You just wake up, you turn off that annoying alarm, you open social media, did I get any clicks on YouTube, or did I get any clicks on Facebook? Any friend requests?
I think that's also a thing that's affecting our mental health. Most people, they wake up, they check it on their phones, like every day.
Already.
Wake up, check your phones. You see, you haven't even done anything.
You get
the message that's going to ruin your day, the entire day.
Oh.
Whereas you could have just wake up, brush your teeth, have breakfast, and start checking your phones, your emails, your clicks, whatever.
Email
your breakfast and everything.
About check email, love. I doubt anyone. I would like normally, even like at the university right now, I doubt most people wake up and just check their emails for no reason. Especially the student population. For us, most of the time it's just waking up, check social media, watch that latest video on TikTok, watch that latest YouTube reel or Instagram reel. And mental health begins with the very basics of things, because having like a routine, a sort of routine,
exactly. And a routine is a very difficult thing. Like, I've tried so many routines in my life. I even lost count of routines I've been trying to like involve in my everyday life. They're so difficult. They look easy, and when you tell people about them, it's like an easy thing, but go and try them, you're gonna see.
I will find out. So
we're gonna try and look at those things and how we're gonna try and help each other have more understanding on things and how we can go together. We're trying to build a safe space for everyone, like to share things that you don't usually share with people, or things that you don't usually talk about, but those things.
Yeah, and sesisayitrekile kakhulu, but basically that's the whole idea around our podcast. And but that's the whole idea around our podcast. And as like Ngobe Seshulu, I'm just doing a BSc in maths and physics, and I'm doing EPA in psychology. And asiko badala futhi vele, so yabo asiko badala,
important to mention
we're in our 20s, and we just here to provide a voice for the 20s now, and anyone else who's interested in listening, basically. Also, was add something to the conversation or gain something from the conversation, and be open to suggestion and criticism as well. The same way that we are open to it. Not with Ngoso Kulumala on the podcast now, we suddenly experts in mental wellness. We're still developing.
Yeah, exactly.
Over time, maybe our agenda for the podcast will change as well. It's okay.
No.
Nah, I feel like who's so shy.
Right.
But yeah, maybe we'll change agenda is not about as time goes by, as we learn other things from the podcast. And another thing, me personally, since I recruit when I'm going podcast, and as a co-host, for me, it's gonna be books mostly. I'm just gonna be giving you book recommendations. It's okay, I'm done reading this book, it's nice, go check it out. That's the only process I'm gonna be there for. And currently, we are reading Jay Shetty, Think Like a Monk, so everybody must check it out. Singing Galil already.
Yeah, that's a very great book.
Yeah,
That's
well.
a very great book. It teaches us how to think, like to be aware of your thinking.
Mm.
Like when I say be aware of your thinking, Jay Shetty puts it in words like there's a monk mind, and monkey mind. So there's a difference between the two. So just go and read the book, and you're gonna see the difference. And then we're gonna talk about probably on our first official episode. We're gonna be exploring more of Jay Shetty and more of the book and more of many topics.
Mm.
Yeah.
And a lot of other books, by the way, because there are a lot of great books out there. And
yeah, you've been talking a lot. I think another thing that we have to develop it's how we're gonna introduce ourselves every day.
Hey,
Because you're gonna have to have that routine. We were talking about routines.
yeah.
I think we should have one.
Hi guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. Please subscribe below. That's the best I can think of right now. But
I think okay, that's your best. I think I'm not sure, but I feel like
we'll think
there's
of
so
something
many
later.
introductions online. When you check online, every episode have different introductions. I think it's something that's gonna come up along the way.
Yeah.
I think it's not something that we have to force, but we're just gonna
Wing
salute
it.
everyone, and it's gonna come in eventually.
No, we're just gonna wing it.
Yeah.
We're gonna wing it. Maybe Anat is gonna add a sweet voice here and there. My second and I, but
Yeah,
we're just gonna, a little touch.
Have that effect.
The chance they go crazy a little bit. They subscribe. We're nice. It's okay. Remember, but this is us from the University of Zululand doing something very weird.
Yeah, it's very weird. Very
Yeah.
weird. And
Very
very
weird.
different.
Yeah, it's not usually done.
Yeah, I think sometimes weird it's fine. I think being different it's fine. It's fine to be different.
It's
Why do
okay.
you have to be like everyone else?
Nah, it's okay.
Just be yourself and be different. Be the
Hey.
weird guy.
Yeah, we're also gonna be doing interviews around campus as well. Yeah, we forgot to mention we're also gonna be doing interviews around campus, talking to people like how they're during their daily commute around campus,
Yeah.
how their day is going, how's their routine, what they did when they woke up, having certain topics that's now. Those are part of the things that Sobesizenza in the podcast as well. And we'd appreciate anyone else, let's say, with any ideas to add or anything of maybe show up on the podcast as well as a guest or whatever.
Yeah, we're
but
also open to people who want to be our guest and
come along on the
with us
podcast.
and help us as we're trying to develop a new skill. Communication is a skill. So I heard. So we're gonna be trying all those things and very open for everyone who has new idea.
We're broke. We need people. We're broke. So anyone inclined or anyone who feel like they can add something to the conversation, please, you're open to come along.
We want to see you there, guys. Everyone, just put your comments and please be nice. Please be nice.
We're promoting mental awareness and then we have people in the comments who are throwing shade. That's not gonna work. Honestly, if there's like a feature on YouTube to block someone there on the comments, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
We're gonna come
with an agenda. That's not okay. Nah, we want people with a sort of mindset for this podcast. As was with Spanish. No, so we're not gonna be neutralizing criticism, but we are gonna be dealing with people who spout an agenda that's very negative to others' mental wellness.
Exactly.
That's basically it.
We're trying to help each other boost our self-esteem and our mental well-being. So if you're gonna come and try to deteriorate that, then we're gonna have to like delete your comments and block you. And but please be nice. Please be nice.
On that note as well, with the self-esteem, we need to sort of do an episode as well to work on that because self-esteem.
We're gonna have an episode very, very, very soon. yeah, self-esteem, it's also a big term. It's also a big term.
Because around that construct, self-esteem, I found, since development, I do psychology.
Yeah. So
we found.
I'm also going to be learning with you guys since I'm not a psychology-based student. I'm just a physics student and math student.
Yeah. But see, around Leo, with the self-esteem, they found like a lot of, there's a lot of negativity with the word of using self-esteem as well. And people try to boost.
People don't really understand what is meant by the term. Yeah, I think that's the problem. People don't understand, but I hopefully, because my guy here.
Wait. Nginomlenze somewhere now ngicela singabi yabo too personal with my psychology what nginemlenze somewhere here and there, so let's
and also from you guys, you're gonna help us understand some terms, because we want to understand terms so we can apply them to our everyday lives, so we can be better, we can be happier, healthier, and be great people, and have peace. Oh, and also the word peace, I think it's a very big term that is very misunderstood, with lust and so many terms, so many embedded terms on the word peace. Yeah, I think it's also a word, but I'm gonna leave it to you guys to come up with the explanation of what is meant by peace.
Yeah. But anyone with a suggestion, please leave a sort of comment on the comment section. Leave any information that you find relevant to the topic of the conversation.
And thank you very much for watching this video. And please follow us on TikTok, on Facebook. We have a Facebook page called Inner Lens. And please follow that page, and please comment on that page and like and share. And be with us on this community we're trying to build, and subscribe on YouTube and comment on YouTube and like whatever you can like, and share the page and tell people, tell your friends, tell everyone about this page. It's going to be a really, really, really important page to have and to follow. Thank you very much.
Yeah, see corner. That's the message basically. See corner. Cut.
Peace.
Hey, this took a while.